Hi everyone, this is Killshot from 99 Gaming. This is the Walking Dead Junkies number 4 Key to the Future podcast. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If the playback comes through with me clearing my throat, I sincerely apologize. It's just something I do. Sometimes I'm like testing. So just forgive me if that happens. I want to thank everybody for being here this morning. Scott, I will get to your question in 1 second. I do think that's something we want to talk about as far as the titles. And also Valar giving a shout out to the Walking Dead Army, myself, Steph, Emmy, Kells, and Sweet Tommy. And oh, Kills, I love you, but it's she. Oh, my bad. That is she. So you know what? It's so hard. It's to look at some of the names on here, and I just, my bad. I don't have an excuse for it. I will not make that mistake in the future, so thank you so much. Appreciate that. Let's get into today's topics, and I do have a couple, to me they're really cool announcements. Hopefully you guys like them, because I get a lot of requests for these podcasts to either do longer podcasts, do shorter videos, do gaming videos. Everybody wants something a little bit different. Or Kills, you're going to do Fear, you're going to do Game of Thrones. So I do have to make an announcement. It's going to be a very, very busy day, and I hope all of you guys can be a part of this. So you can see right above the Walking Dead Army says 999 Dead. We have the 999 Comics channel is officially 999 Dead. It's going to allow us to go in a lot of different directions. And today at 2 o'clock will be our first live broadcast on the 999 Dead channel. I'm going to give you my reaction to Fear the Walking Dead. I am going to go head over heels into Fear the Walking Dead, just like I do Walking Dead. We're going to talk about it. We're going to support it. We're going to rally around it. I've watched the trailer, a couple of things that have to do with Fear the Walking Dead, and I'm ready. I'm ready to embrace it. Hopefully you guys are ready to embrace it, that you want to be there, you're going to talk about it, but it's going to be a lot of fun. We want to build that channel up as quick as possible, so if you guys can check out our main channel, subscribe to that, and also one additional thing, because we're getting more requests, an extended spoiler at 4 o'clock today is going to be on our 999 Spoilers channel. So if you're not a member of that, those are going to be the big three. So 999 Gaming, we're going to do what we do, podcast, reactions, countdowns, all of those things, but we're going to get some extended stuff on the 999 Dead, so be some of the first people to get over there and get involved. So looking forward to all of that. Let's get into today's Junkies podcast, Key to the Future. So we did get a little bit of knowledge that there's going to be supposedly a new group that is going to be with us tonight. And I think that some of the things that have happened in the past have really led up to this. And remember, we set up this podcast, we talked about we're going to go into the past, the present, and also the future, like what potentially could happen, what's next for The Walking Dead, how are they going to rebuild, where are they going to live, all of those things. And I do think that plays into tonight's episode. So, Scott, I do want to talk about that super chat. That would have been an awesome, awesome question for tonight. And as we get into it, I will address it, though, really quickly, because the titles are out, and Wrath for episode 16. I think it's meant to say that wrath is going to be a part of the topic. It doesn't mean that Rick's wrath will actually prevail over his mercy. I mean, he says, my mercy prevails over my wrath. Maybe he does something that he regrets. That would be the only thing that I would say. But I am going to take that super chat question down, because we are going to talk about that a little bit more. I think you might be a couple of episodes ahead right now, because that's something we really need to delve into. But it is noted, so I'm going to get back to you. I'm excited for tonight. Hopefully, everybody is. It looks like it's going to be a lot of action. Let me ask this question. You know, we got 100 or so people in here. What are you most excited about for tonight? And actually, you know what? Pause that. Actually, you guys answer. I'll get to some. But Sandra, with a very timely super chat, says, do you think the New World Order may be connected to Jadis? I think she could be related to it. I mean, with the helicopter and with the copter pad that's back there, hey, they don't bother. They could be aware there's some other stuff. It doesn't necessarily mean that she's a part of it. Maybe they're acquaintances. We don't know everything about every group that's out there. There could be other communities and other connections that people have been talking to that we just don't know yet. We are going to get into that. Great question. That's going to be a part of this episode that we're going to talk about today. So Walking Dead Nerd says Rick and Negan's encounter. A lot of people want to see this Rick and Negan. So Walani says the title, The Key, wants to see how that really plays out. The car chase and the confrontation with Nick and Regan. There you go. Brand new people. That would be Rick and Negan. If I'm doing 5 streams today, believe me, all of you, if you're going to be involved in all 5 streams, it's going to get worse. The first one is always the roughest, though. That's why it's just a Junkies podcast. It's like, you know, you can just wing it for the most part. Phonograph records equal music, equal art, and they do. And this is why I think it's connected to the PPP. We know that that's like a musical note. It's whispering. It's a soft piano tone. So I think the two are interrelated, which means I think Heath is a part of this group. So when we meet Georgie or whoever she is tonight, I think Heath has sort of told them about the communities. It would make sense that maybe Heath got captured, you know, lost his glasses. They weren't sure where they could trust him, not trust him. And now they've interrogated him. They realize, you know, he's good people. Let's observe and see if we can actually trust these other people. I think Heath is still alive. And the helicopter, Jadis, the landing pad, the key card. So it is a key card, right? So could it be the key card, key to the future, that was kind of our hidden message? Let me ask this question to the group right now. If you think the key card is a part of the key to the future that we're going to talk about tonight, leave it in your comments right now. And also, all of you people in this chat, if you're a part of the 999 Army, can you just slide that mouse over to the left side of the screen? You know, the part that has the little thumb up thing right there? Just hit that for us one time. That's all I ask. Just slap it one time. Lucille, that like button. You know what to do. And Valar says, yes. Chris is saying, no. Well, you got to put the in there. What's up with that? You could just say no. We got a maybe. We got yeah. I'm uncovering things as we go. Key card is a key. So when that came out, Gimple said, or actually other people said, Gimple is the only one that knows what that means. Scott says maybe it's a coincidence. It could have been that the whispers were too obvious at that point and they just want to throw us off a little bit. Okay, well, let's take this, if we're talking about the future. We know we have a key card out there. What does phonographs, records, vinyl records have to do with the future? You know, maybe it's a series of encryptions and mazes and people just, you know, verification process, all of those things. This group could be a little bit more prepared, a little bit more defensive, a little less trusting. Some people are saying preserving history for the future. Means of communication, recording over them. Melting them down. Any possible uses for melted vinyl? Hey, here you go. Here's the ultimate connection. You can melt vinyl down and you can make it into a bowl, and Jadis has a bowl cut. No, that was bad. That was as bad as some of my Facebook analogies we did earlier in the week. But possibly the vinyl could be used for something. Ron Burgundy Moore says they're looking for a good copy of Easy Street. Hey, it was funny to me. Sorry. What's up, Charlie? Thank you so much for that super chat. Charlie just rescued me from a bad analogy. Bringing culture back. So a lot of people had mentioned preserving culture. But the preserving is also a little bit of the rebuilding process, because right now they are at an extinction level event. These groups are fighting each other, and they don't care. They just want to just get rid of everybody. So if this new group is coming in and they're interested in preserving the future, what are the two biggest events that have happened this season that have extinguished the most people? There are two specific things that happened this season that were brutal. Which two scenes had the most deaths at one time? Not the Morales. Maggie, maybe not even the Sanctuary. The Kingdom and the Sanctuary. Exactly, Walking Dead nerd. The Kingdom got ambushed and all of their people got wiped out. Exactly, Mike. They got mowed down. And then, shortly after that, now I don't know if this other group is privy to some of that or, been watching or seen what's going on, but this is getting out of control. The Kingdom got mowed down, and now all of these scavengers get mowed down. That's a lot of people to lose. So, yes, I understand you might want to preserve records and hang on to some of that stuff, but you better start thinking about preserving people. And now you've got the third phase of that. And the third phase of that is Simon wanting to expunge the hilltop. Now, here we go again, right? We're absolutely going to just get rid of another group. We can't continue to lose these people. Otherwise, there's going to be nobody left. You're going to preserve some culture, but if you can't rebuild, Negan has alluded to it, people are a resource. Maybe this other group they're neutral, but they're not looking to be another enemy. And that's why we don't need a whisper of war right now. We need a little bit of rebuilding. Who's going to be left? Rick's going to fight. They don't scare easily. Simon's going to fight. They just want to get rid of some people. Crazy, crazy stuff there. What do you feel about Heath's potential role with all of this? I agree. Mambo 55, a new alliance. We got to have an alliance. We got to take a break from all this killing. And then I'm going to transition into another topic, which is going to be related to the killing. Kel says, stop fighting and start living. Frisbee Death Stars. Huh. It's creative. Oh, and Mike, the Oceanside men were all killed. So yeah, we're not even killing a couple. Now it's just en masse. Maybe Sherry. I have a bad feeling about Sherry. I have a better feeling about Heath because there was a clue with Heath. I mean, we saw the tire tracks. We also saw the key card. We saw his busted glasses. We might have saw a person. Nat Turner, I cannot answer that question why the weather's always the same. Because they always shoot in Atlanta. That's why. And other than just relocating the cast, there's going to be some things that we're going to have to accept on the show. That there's just not going to be a whole lot of snow. They're going to have to make it snow in Atlanta. Good luck. I mean, it does, but not when they're filming. Okay, I am going to ask this question, and this is probably going to scare the heck out of a lot of people because we don't want any more characters to go. But we saw this extinction level event where the Kingdomers got ambushed. Then we saw all of Jadis's people gone. We have not seen Ezekiel yet. So Ezekiel's probably chilling. He's got something going on. But if we bring on a new group, I hate to say it because you guys don't want to talk about this stuff, couldn't we lose a lot more of the people that are there right now over the next 4 or 5 episodes? And if so, I want you to give me a list of a few people that could potentially be moved out so they introduce a new group. That's a little scary, right? I mean, we think about it, it's going to keep going the way it's going. They're going to lose a few, they're going to lose a few, but we bring on some brand new people. It's a different way of living. This last event, this wrath that could happen in the next 4 or 5 episodes, Simon could go nuts at Hilltop. That's all I'm going to say is he could be out there, and maybe that is when another group decides to step in. Tino says Jesus could go. Morgan is leaving. Tara and Tobin, we've talked about them. Sheila's saying Negan. Bumblebee saying Simon. Wilson saying Ezekiel could go. Jerry or Tara. So there's a lot, right? And some of these are, they're well known. They're good actors. They're stars on the show. But would that, is that going to be the type of thing that gets people to stop watching? Game of Thrones can get away with it. I mean, Game of Thrones can kill a major character at the drop of a hat. Walking Dead does it, and it is like, no. It's the end of the world. Scott, Tobin, and Tara. All right, so this is what I want you to do. Either if you're in the podcast right now, or if you're watching the playback, I want you to give me a number. Okay, we got 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 5 more episodes. In the next 5 episodes, how many people could be major or minor characters? More or less than 10. Tell me how many characters you think are going to exit the show. A couple people are coming in saying they're going to go big. Could be 10. A lot of people are coming in 4 or 5. But I think with the minor characters, I would not be surprised if there's 10 people. Now, problem is, apparently we're not going to lose anybody tonight. But it only takes one good crazy episode at the Hilltop, right? For several people. If you had Gregory, if you had Tobin, maybe Tara, Morgan's going to leave the show, Jared. I mean, there's 5 right there. We are going to do a count, though. After tonight, the last 4 episodes, we're just going to do a count and see if it gets to 10 or not. So let me get back up to a super chat since we did ask that question. So right side of election says, 2 questions. We're going to have to look for your other questions. So question number 1, will Maria Bellio play Georgie? I don't know. I don't know who is cast in that role. I've not seen it. I'm kind of excited to see it. So I don't know if we're going to officially see the person tonight. What we've heard is records and notes and crates and some things that are out there. Hopefully we do. Hopefully that's confirmed, but I'm not 100% on that. And the second question is, will Heath return tonight? I don't think Heath will return until maybe episode 16. I don't know. They could write that in. I feel like Heath is a part of this group now, though. We're gonna talk about that during the week. I don't know about all of you, but I'm pretty excited about the next 5 episodes. So I do like to take a lot of gauges and polls and read your questions. So, you know, with all the talk about diminishing popularity of The Walking Dead, who is really excited about the last 5 episodes of this season? Because I am. I think the story is, even if they add a different group, to me that's not confusing. I think that I'm starting to accept the direction of it. I know the episode 9 was a big loss, and a lot of people didn't want to see that, but now we're probably getting back to the Walking Dead roots. So Mike Rowe says, me, William Miranda, I am, Hippo is. So everybody that's here is pretty excited, and I think a lot of people watching the playback. So when we finished episode 8, it was the worst writing and shouldn't have happened, and I'm not validating that because we could still say it's bad writing. But it does seem like the action tonight and the psyche of some of the major characters, like where they're going with their roles. Rick and Michonne, you know, he's going to tell her goodbye. Is he telling her goodbye for the last time? Now, we want to say, no, you know, he's going to see her again. But it feels that way, right? It feels like we also probably saw some of the opening minutes. I do want to just kind of touch on that. If you have not seen the opening minutes, there's going to be a very probably one of the most touching scenes with Daryl and Rick that I've ever seen Daryl. I know the bro hug was very important, and we're going to talk about that as well tonight in the extended spoiler. Actually, not tonight. At 4 o'clock, let me go ahead and run this down really quickly, just so you guys know again. So this is the Walking Dead Junkies. We talk about past, present, and future. The key to the future is our discussion today. If you're logging in a little bit late, you're really late. 2 o'clock, we will be on the 999 Dead channel. Join me over there. If you're not a subscriber, head to our main YouTube page. Subscribe to 999 Dead and 999 Spoilers, because there's going to be some good chats all throughout the day. So at 2 o'clock, we're really going to dig down into fear. I'm looking forward to that like I've never looked forward to fear before, to be honest with you. And then at 4 o'clock, 2 hours after that, we're going to do the extended spoiler chat. And we are going to talk about that epic scene and some of the other things tonight. But that Daryl talking to Rick, and it's moving. It's going to move you tonight, I'm telling you. As much as you were mad at Daryl for driving that truck through the sanctuary, you see there is zero resentment from Rick. And that you can see that Rick's not good, but he's got a mission. He's going on that mission. And then, of course, at 8 o'clock tonight, we will be back on this channel, and we'll do the Walking Dead Countdown. And 11:15 tonight, we're going to do our reactions video. So it is a full day. They are separate channels, but they're all under this umbrella. We're a part of all of them, Carol. So check it out, and there will be streams on different channels, but it's all part of the 999 Army. There you go. Crystal Gillum, thank you so much. Appreciate that super chat and you being a part of this channel. Follow us up with a question, though, Crystal. Love to answer your questions. And, you know, another thing we can do, and, you know, as we wind down this chat, thank you so much, Charlie. Appreciate that. You guys make the 999 Army, and as I mentioned, if you missed the very beginning of this video, part of the reason why we're doing additional channels and additional streams is we want to get the content for for everybody. So there's going to be times that we do short videos, and that's what people want to see. If it's a spoiler video, maybe they want like a 5-minute video. And then on a lot of these, we're going to do extended chats. Sometimes our chats will go an hour. We may do a 2-hour chat if you guys really, really want to do it. So maybe on one of these 999 Dead. Today is going to be the first stream from the 999 Dead channel, and I wanted to do Fear the Walking Dead. So it might be a little longer stream. We're going to get all the thoughts, all the emotions out there. And I won't be on the fence any longer. I bashed the show a couple times, but I am going to go into Fear wholeheartedly, supporting the show, driving it, talking about it, doing live streams, all those things that we do to bring the Army together. And I'm going to ask all of you to do the same. Let's make it fun and just give it everything we got. All right. And then on the Spoilers channel, obviously there will be extended information on that as well. Whew, that's a lot of stuff. It is. Mambo 55, Fear's looking great now. And I don't want to get too far into it. I'm not going to give you my reaction here. I'm going to give you my reaction at 2 o'clock on the 999 Dead channel. And Walking Dead Nerd says, I can talk about Walking Dead all day. You know what? I can too, and I'm going to do it. So let's all do it. All right. Couple additional things. We're at. This is so relaxed doing this first stream. With Carl dead. Oh yeah, that is true. I'm gonna let you guys read that because that just kind of. Yeah, and Enid can't either. It would have been interesting TV. Let me also say some of these streams we're gonna break down The Walking Dead and Game of Thrones because people want to see Stranger Things. They want me to get involved in that. They want Game of Thrones. You will get Game of Thrones, but on some of these multiple channels, we'll be able to really zone in and get the right stream for the right place. And spoiler, we are going to do a comparison between The Walking Dead and Game of Thrones as well. So we're going to bring out fans from both sides. We're going to take off our gloves, and we're just going to hash it out. We're going to talk about what is the better show, what we like, what The Walking Dead can learn from Game of Thrones, what the Game of Thrones is able to do that they won't. Right side of elections. Will anyone die in 13? Does Carl have a baby? That one confuses me. Episode 13, I'm going to say yes, there will be a death. The Carl baby thing confuses me. You have to clarify that. But look, we got a lot of stuff. Arena Hunter, throwing it out there. Thank you so much for the super chat, Arena Hunter. That's why it confused me a little bit. I don't think there's any way Carl can have a baby coming. I would think that Maggie's baby would be the bigger focus of whether or not that happens. I just don't think there's going to be a bunch of people going around having babies on the show. What's up, Beast? Good to see you. One thing about, look, I'm not totally going to compare it though, but Game of Thrones will be some pretty intense conversation. But there's some things that they can get away with, and the people watching really accept it. And with Walking Dead, we're just a little bit more attached to our characters. I think they kill them so fast in Game of Thrones, you can't really get attached to them. Villar says, those who are true Game of Thrones fan knows what my name means. I need to become a bigger Game of Thrones fan. And I have binge watched. So Pete M says, never seen one episode. It's one of those you start watching it, you just keep watching it on and on and on. But I think there are a certain group of fans that are going to watch, and I can talk about almost anything. So as we start to develop different channels, you're going to hopefully have a flavor and a time and a show that specifically caters to everything that you want to talk about. So just a real quick recap. So we talked about the helicopter, possibly the ties to Jadis. I think PPP, the key card, is important. The fact that it is a soft musical tone, and the fact that they're talking about records, I do think is not just a coincidence. It's a key card. Key to the future. Makes sense to me. Whether or not Jadis is involved, we don't know. Heath, I do strongly think, is involved, and hopefully we will get to see a little bit of maybe Georgie tonight. I'm not sure if we'll see her tonight or next week. And I do think, as a final recap, that there will be additional death over the last 4 episodes, because there's been, I think that is the really last stand before another group has to intervene. If they observed a third execution style thing going on at Hilltop, and if they know about the Kingdom, and if they know about the Scavengers, and they've got a bunch of people and they just haven't gotten involved yet, eventually they're going to say enough killing, and maybe they got the firepower to absolutely do it. I want to thank all of you being here for the Walking Dead Junkies. This is our 30-minute podcast. Have a lot of fun doing this every single week. If you've not slapped a like button just yet, please do it. At the end of all of our broadcasts, I'd like to give a special shout out. But I'm going to ask this question. If you will be here for the 999 Dead Fear the Walking Dead chat at 2 o'clock in an hour and a half, give me a quick 999, because I'm going to shout you out first. I know it's unfair. I'm cheating. But you know what? I just want to kind of gauge who's going to be here and who will be over on that channel, because I do want to add a whole bunch of topics on different channels. And we can also, sometimes we can do more, not adult themed, but more different conversations on different channels. Let me kind of leave it at that. So I want to say what's up to Emma McKay, Mike Rowe, Pete M, Bailey Sexton, Michael McCovey, Carol Brothers Payette, Jaywalker 8771, Hippo, Randall Roundtree, Deborah Mooney, Tommy Sweetass and Forcer McCandless, Manimals Mayo Sandwich, BK Harp, Lisa Rails, Chris Salisbury, Sarah Strange, The Walking Dead Nerd, Right Side of Elections 2018, Rubaloo's, I'm sorry, that's as fast as I can do it, Rubaloo's Game Channel, Edith Murphy, Danny Verbanik, Linda Owen, Crystal Gillen, Deborah Martin. Thank you so much, everybody. Did super chats as well. Also, shout out to all my patrons you see over there. If you guys are not a member of our Walking Dead 999 Army on Facebook, get over there and join that too. I don't want to promote too many external sites. YouTube does not like that. So I'm promoting my YouTube channels, which is 999 Dead. Pat Sanzone, thanks. Charlie Howroyd. Scott Kernan, thank you so much. Lamar Lanham, Lark Song, Chris McGinton, Wilson, all my moderators, Bree, Emmy, Stephanie, Tommy, of course, and also Kel. I missed a few people, but I was going super, super fast. Susan Kettinger, thank you so much. Maggie, thank you so much, Mag. Sean Lowe, Chris Rainig, Timothy Young, Julie Bellamy. Some are getting double shout-outs, but I'm going to get as many as I can in here before the end of the stream. And thank you. Appreciate all of you that are going to be here for the 2 o'clock stream. Becca Boland, thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. Sandra Reffett, thank you so much. Also, thanks for a super chat. Mambo 55. A few more. Bumblebee. What's up, Bumblebee? Melinda Kettler, thank you. That was random. That was I was trying to work on my speed a little bit. That was some super fast shout outs. Dixie Normus, thank you so much. Oh, he got me. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I actually You know what? I can't go back and edit that. I just got busted for that super. I'm never giving you another shout out. Hopefully I said it fast enough with enough of a southern a southern act. I'm blushing. I'm blushing right now. You can't see it, but you can hear it. Do not read shout-outs that fast. All right. You know, sometimes I have to put my shout-outs on hold. Now some people are they're gonna go back, and I think luckily half the stream was gone, but I think the other half are gonna go back and just listen to that. Thank you. You know, I gotta read them slow. Thank you, Tino. And Ron Burgundy Moore. It definitely was. Thank you, Alani. Yeah, the moderator should have sent me some type of warning with that one. Will Negan say we attack at sundown like in the comics? You know, I don't know. I don't know that far into it. Susan, I'm sorry if I missed you in previous. Sometimes it just streams really fast, and I just try to get as many many shout-outs as possible. I still missed a lot of people. A couple things. If you guys could, right side of elections, thank you so much. When this video goes live, make sure you get over there and leave some comments. I will leave a link to the next live stream on this video as well once it goes live. But as I said before, 999 Dead, 2 o'clock. We will see you all on that YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Appreciate everybody, and I will see you all very, very soon. Peace.